Listen carefully, because what I'm about to tell you might change the way you see the people around you, those you trust, those you call friends, and those you think are loyal. It's easy to say the word loyalty. We throw it around like it's simple, like it's something everyone understands and practices. But the truth, loyalty is one of the rarest things you'll ever encounter. It's not about the promises made in easy times or the smiles when everything's going right. No, true loyalty reveals itself in the moments when life feels like it's pushing you down, when everything seems to be falling apart around you, and you wonder who's really standing beside you. Think about those times in your life when the weight of the world felt unbearable. When you faced hardship that made you question your strength. Maybe it was a betrayal, a failure, a loss, or simply a day when nothing went your way. Those moments, that's when loyalty either shines or disappears. It's easy for someone to be by your side when you're winning, when your life looks perfect and the world applauds you. But what about when the crowd goes silent, when the applause fades, when you're left feeling alone, vulnerable, maybe even broken? That's when you discover who is really loyal to you. Loyalty in those hard moments isn't about grand gestures or loud proclamations. It's the quiet presence, the friend who doesn't turn their back when you're down, the family member who picks up the phone just to listen, the partner who stays even when the road is rocky and uncertain. Loyalty is not a convenience, it's a commitment, and it's forged in the fire of adversity. When someone stays, not because they have to, but because they want to, that's loyalty. You may have been fooled before. I know many have. We all want to believe the best in people, to trust easily, to hold on to hope that the people around us will be there no matter what. But sometimes, loyalty wears a mask, and you don't realize it until the storm hits. That's why it's so important to learn how to read the signs, how to tell the difference between fair weather friends and those who will walk through the fire with you. Loyalty isn't just about standing by someone when things are tough. It's also about the depth of feeling behind that choice. It's the selflessness it takes to put someone else's pain and needs before your own comfort. It's the courage to face difficult conversations and the patience to understand their struggles without judgment. When you see someone doing these things, you're looking at loyalty in its purest form. And here's the reality, not everyone in your circle will pass this test. Some will fade away, some will hesitate, and some might even disappear entirely. It's painful to realize, yes, but necessary. Because if you don't learn who is loyal and who isn't, you risk giving your trust to the wrong people. And that can cost you far more than just broken friendships. It can cost you your peace, your confidence, your hope. But when you find someone who stays, who supports you without conditions, who doesn't judge or abandon you in your darkest hours, that's priceless, that's a treasure. That kind of loyalty strengthens you. It reminds you that you're not alone. It fuels your courage to keep moving forward. It gives you a foundation to build upon, no matter how chaotic the world gets. So listen carefully. As you walk through your days, as you meet new people and deepen old relationships, keep this truth close. Loyalty is tested in the hard times. It's not about who's there when it's easy or fun, it's about who chooses to stay when it's hard, when it's inconvenient, when it's uncomfortable. Watch for that quiet strength. Notice the hands that don't let go when you falter. Feel the presence that doesn't need to be loud or flashy, but is steady and unwavering. Because when you recognize true loyalty, you recognize a rare gift. And once you see it, you'll never settle for anything less. You'll begin to demand more from the people around you, not out of arrogance or suspicion, but out of a deep respect for yourself and the relationships you deserve. And maybe, just maybe, when you hold loyalty as the highest standard, you'll start to live it too. You'll become the person others can count on in their storms, the one who stands tall, not just in the sunshine, but in the darkest nights. That's the power of loyalty. It changes everything. So as we move forward, keep that thought with you. Remember that loyalty isn't a word, it's an action, a choice. and sometimes it's the only thing standing between you and the life you want to live. Don't take it lightly. Don't mistake it for something common. Because it's rare, it's precious, and when you find it, it will change your world forever. There's something powerful about watching someone genuinely celebrate your success. It's more than just polite congratulations or a quick good job. It's the kind of celebration that comes from the heart, pure, honest joy that your win is their win. When someone is truly loyal, they don't just tolerate your success, they embrace it fully. They lift you higher, they cheer louder, and they want the world to see how proud they are of you. That kind of loyalty is rare. It's the kind that fuels your spirit and gives you strength to keep pushing forward. Think about the people around you right now. When you achieve something important, big or small, who is the first to celebrate with you? Who's the one whose smile lights up the room when they talk about your success? Those people, that's where loyalty starts to show itself, because real loyalty doesn't shrink in the face of your light. It shines brighter. It doesn't envy or compete. It uplifts and supports. Why is this so important? Because success, as sweet as it tastes, can sometimes create distance between people. It can stir jealousy, resentment, and doubt in the hearts of those who don't understand it, or don't want to see you rise. But loyal people, they are different. Their joy for you is sincere because your victory represents something bigger. It's a reflection of hard work, dedication, and the kind of character they respect deeply. Imagine the pain of achieving something meaningful and looking around only to find empty seats, silent phones, or worse, whispers behind your back. That hurt runs deep. It's a wound loyalty is meant to heal. When someone truly cares for you, they will be there with you, celebrating not just because it's the right thing to do, but because it fills their heart with happiness to see you succeed. That kind of loyalty is a refuge, a safe place where your achievements are cherished, not threatened. This genuine celebration of your success is more than just encouragement. It's a confirmation. It's a way your loyal ones say, I see you, I see your struggle, I see your growth, and I am proud. It's a powerful statement that reminds you you're not alone on this journey. It's a reminder that your success is never a betrayal or a threat to those who are truly loyal to you. And make no mistake, this kind of loyalty is a two-way street. It doesn't mean you keep score or demand applause for every step. It means that when someone lifts you up, you recognize the value of that gift and cherish it. It means you become someone who also celebrates others with the same genuine heart. Because loyalty grows when it's nurtured with mutual respect and shared joy. Look at your circle and notice who puts aside their own ego and insecurities to celebrate your wins. Those who do this without hesitation or jealousy, those people are rare. Their loyalty is built on a foundation stronger than just words or convenience. It's built on respect, love, and understanding. They understand that your success doesn't diminish theirs, it elevates the whole circle. There's a deep emotional connection tied to this kind of loyalty. When someone celebrates you, it feeds your soul. It lifts your spirit on days when doubt tries to creep in. It reminds you that your efforts matter, that your journey is seen, and that your hard work is not going unnoticed. And that emotional boost, it can be the difference between giving up and pushing through. On the flip side, when you don't feel celebrated, it can shake your confidence. You might start to question your worth, wonder if your efforts are enough, or feel isolated in your achievements. That's why loyal people who celebrate your success are so vital. They are your anchor in the storm of self, doubt, and fear. So as you reflect on this, ask yourself, who in your life is truly celebrating your success? Not just with empty words or polite nods, but with real, heartfelt joy, who lifts you up without hesitation, who feels proud to be connected to your journey. These are the people you want close. These are the people whose loyalty you can trust. Because in the end, loyalty isn't just about standing with someone during hard times. It's also about rejoicing in their victories. It's about being there to shout the loudest when they win, to dance with them in their moments of triumph, and to remind them that their success is a shared blessing. When someone celebrates your success like it's their own, you know you've found something precious. And when you give that kind of loyalty in return, you build bonds that can't be broken by distance, time, or circumstance. You create a circle of trust and love that carries you both through the storms and the sunshine. Remember this feeling, hold it close, and never settle for anything less than loyalty that celebrates you, not just in words, but in the deep joy of your victories. Because that is the kind of loyalty that lasts a lifetime. There is something sacred about the way loyalty protects the things we hold closest to our hearts. Think about the secrets you've shared, the fears you whispered in the dark, the dreams you dared to voice only to the few you trusted. Those moments, raw and vulnerable, reveal who you truly are beneath the surface, and the people who guard those secrets, they're not just friends or acquaintances, they are keepers of your soul's trust. True loyalty isn't just about showing up or standing by you. It's about holding your story with reverence, shielding it from the world like a precious treasure. Imagine the courage it takes to open up, to expose your weaknesses and imperfections, knowing that not everyone will handle that truth with care. To be loyal means to honor that courage. When someone keeps your secrets safe, they are telling you without words that your trust is not misplaced. They are saying, I respect you, I value you, your vulnerability will not be my weapon or my gossip. And that is a rare kind of loyalty, one that doesn't falter when curiosity or temptation arises. There's a deep emotional weight that comes with sharing your secrets. It's a risk, a leap of faith. You hand over a part of yourself and hope the other person will protect it, not exploit it. When they do, when they lock those truths away in a place where only you have the key, it creates a bond that can never be broken by distance or time. It's a bond forged in trust and respect, and it's the backbone of true loyalty. On the other hand, when secrets are betrayed, when private truths are exposed or twisted, it shatters more than just trust. It breaks something inside you. It leaves wounds that don't heal easily. That kind of betrayal can make you question everything. Your judgment, your worth, your ability to trust again. And yet, even in that pain, you learn the value of loyalty. You learn to recognize it, to seek it out, and to cherish it like the rare jewel it is. Loyalty that keeps secrets safe is not about silence born from fear or obligation. It's about a choice, a conscious decision to protect someone's heart as fiercely as you would your own. It's about understanding the power of words and the responsibility that comes with knowing someone's truth. This loyalty acts as a shield, not just for the secret, but for the person behind it. When you find someone who guards your secrets, you find someone who is invested in your well-being. They are not there to judge or exploit, but to support and uplift. Their loyalty is a sanctuary where your true self can exist without fear. In their presence, you don't have to hide or pretend, you can simply be. This kind of loyalty also teaches us about empathy and compassion. It reminds us that everyone carries battles unseen, stories untold, and wounds unhealed. When someone listens without judgment and holds those stories sacred, they show a depth of character that transcends ordinary relationships. They become your safe harbor in a stormy world, but guarding secrets isn't always easy. It requires strength, patience, and sometimes sacrifice. There may be moments when sharing that secret could bring attention, advantage, or even relief. But loyalty holds firm. It chooses the harder path because it understands that trust once broken is almost impossible to rebuild. It chooses to honor the sacred space created by vulnerability, knowing that this is where true loyalty lies. And the emotional connection that grows from this kind of loyalty is profound. It creates a sense of belonging, safety, and love that nurtures your soul. It tells you that you are seen and accepted fully, flaws and all. It encourages you to be brave again, to open up once more, and to believe in the power of trust. So, as you reflect on the people around you, consider who holds your secrets with care, who listens without judgment, who protects your truth as if it were their own. These are the people who are loyal not just in words, but in the deepest sense of the word. They carry your story with them quietly, faithfully and honorably. And when you find these rare souls, hold them close, because loyalty that protects your secrets is one of life's greatest blessings. It's a testament to the strength of your bond and a foundation on which lasting relationships are built. It's the kind of loyalty that stands firm through every challenge, every test, and every moment when the world tries to tear you down. Remember, true loyalty isn't flashy or loud. It's not about grand gestures or public displays. It's about the quiet, steadfast protection of what matters most. The trust you place in another person's hands. And that, my friend, is loyalty at its purest, most powerful form. Loyalty is not blind agreement. It is not simply saying yes to everything, nodding along when things are uncomfortable, or avoiding difficult conversations to keep the peace. True loyalty has courage. It's the strength to speak honestly, even when the truth is hard to hear. It's the bravery to stand in the gap and say what needs to be said, not what is easiest or most convenient. This kind of loyalty doesn't just protect a relationship, it deepens it. It builds trust on a foundation of truth, even when that truth cuts deep. Think about the people who have ever truly cared about you, those who didn't just tell you what you wanted to hear, but what you needed to hear. Maybe it was a harsh truth about a decision you were making, a warning when you were heading down a wrong path, or simply a heartfelt perspective that challenged your view. Those moments may have stung. They might have caused discomfort, even anger. But later, when you reflect, you realize that honesty was the greatest gift they gave you. There's an emotional weight in telling someone the hard truth. It requires empathy to say it kindly, but it also demands strength to say it at all. It means choosing the relationship's long-term health over momentary comfort. It's easy to avoid conflict, to keep quiet, and to let things slide just to preserve a fragile peace. But loyalty goes beyond that. It sees the bigger picture and understands that sometimes the greatest act of love is to confront, to challenge, and to hold someone accountable. Imagine the courage it takes to speak up when the person you care about is making a mistake or hurting themselves in some way. It's scary because you risk their anger, their rejection, or even the loss of the relationship. But if your loyalty is true, you push through that fear. You put their well-being above your own comfort. You speak honestly because you know silence could cost them more than a difficult conversation ever will. On the other side, think about the trust it takes to receive that honesty with an open heart, to listen without immediately defending, without shutting down or retaliating. That kind of vulnerability is as essential to loyalty as speaking the truth itself. When you allow yourself to hear hard truths, you show respect for the person who dared to be honest with you. You honor their loyalty by not dismissing their words, but by weighing them carefully, even when they challenge your own beliefs or feelings. True loyalty also means being consistent with honesty, not only when it's easy or when the truth flatters you. It means showing up with the same courage when the stakes are high, and when the truth is difficult for everyone involved. It means being willing to risk temporary discomfort to protect the relationship's future. This steadfastness builds a trust that is unshakable because it is rooted in reality, not illusion. There's a deep emotional connection tied to this kind of loyalty. It's born from mutual respect and a shared commitment to growth and authenticity. It creates a space where both people can be their real selves, flaws, mistakes, and all, without fear of judgment or betrayal. It allows for healing, for learning, and for becoming better together. Without this kind of honesty, relationships become fragile facades. They are built on unspoken resentments, hidden fears, and illusions that eventually crack under pressure. But when loyalty embraces truth, even the hardest conversations become opportunities for deeper understanding and connection. It is through this lens that loyalty shines brightest, not as blind devotion, but as fierce love rooted in reality. So, as you look around at the people in your life, ask yourself, who speaks honestly to you even when it's hard? who dares to tell you the truth because they care about you enough to risk the discomfort? And are you willing to be that kind of loyal person in return? Because loyalty is a two-way street, and it flourishes in an environment of courage and truth. Remember, honesty is not about tearing down, it's about building up. It's not about winning an argument, but about winning trust. It's about being brave enough to hold the mirror up to the people you love and saying, "I see you. I care enough to be truthful." That's the kind of loyalty that transforms lives and relationships. So don't settle for easy words or silence disguised as peace. Seek out the loyalty that speaks honestly, the loyalty that strengthens by telling the truth, and be that loyalty yourself, the one who chooses courage over comfort, truth over convenience, and love over silence. Because in the end, loyalty without honesty is just an illusion, and the truth is what makes loyalty real. Loyalty isn't just about grand declarations or standing tall in public moments. It's about showing up consistently, day after day, in the little things that often go unnoticed. It's easy to be loyal when the spotlight shines on you, when everyone's watching and expectations are high. But true loyalty is found in the quiet moments, those everyday acts that build a foundation stronger than any words ever could. It's the steady presence, the little gestures, and the unwavering commitment that show someone truly cares. Think about the people who have been in your life not just during the big milestones, but in the ordinary, unremarkable days. Who's the one who remembers your favorite coffee order? Who checks in on you when you haven't said a word for days? Who listens patiently when you need to vent about a bad day, even when they're tired themselves? Those are the true markers of loyalty, the small, consistent acts that tell you without words, "I'm here for you, no matter what." There's a deep emotional power in these consistent, everyday gestures. They communicate reliability and dependability in a way that words often can't. When someone is consistently loyal in the little things, they become a safe harbor in the chaos of life. Their presence becomes a comforting rhythm that steadies you when everything else feels uncertain. That kind of loyalty nurtures trust because it shows you don't have to wonder where they stand there, quietly and faithfully. But consistency in loyalty isn't easy. Life throws challenges at us, all stress, distractions, personal struggles. It would be understandable if someone occasionally slipped or forgot. But when loyalty is true, it endures beyond these obstacles. It's not about perfection, but persistence. It's the choice to show up again and again, even when it's inconvenient, even when you're tired or busy. It's the commitment to the relationship itself above fleeting circumstances, and that kind of loyalty carries tremendous emotional weight. When someone is consistently there for you, it tells your heart that you matter. It tells you that you're not alone in your struggles, your joys, your everyday life. It reminds you that someone has chosen to invest in you, not just in moments of triumph or crisis, but in the fabric of your daily existence. That kind of loyalty is a balm for loneliness and a shield against life's storms. On the flip side, the absence of this consistency can be deeply painful. It's heartbreaking to realize that the people you count on vanish when the excitement fades or the challenges come. To be forgotten, overlooked, or dismissed in the small moments cuts just as deeply as betrayal. It shakes your sense of security and makes you question your worth. That's why consistent loyalty is so precious, because it provides a sense of belonging and unconditional support. When you experience this kind of loyalty, it changes you. It builds your confidence and gives you the courage to face life's uncertainties. It teaches you what it means to be dependable and trustworthy. And it inspires you to return that loyalty in kind, to be the person others can count on, not just when it's convenient, but in the small, everyday moments that truly define a relationship. So as you reflect on the people in your life, think beyond the big gestures and look for those consistent, quiet actions. Notice who shows up when no one's watching, who remembers your needs without you asking, who stays present even when it's easier to walk away. These are the people whose loyalty you can rely on. These are the people who build a foundation so strong that no storm can shake it. Remember, loyalty isn't about perfection or grandiosity. It's about showing up over and over again in ways both big and small. It's the steady heartbeat beneath every relationship, the quiet force that sustains trust and love. When you recognize this kind of loyalty, cherish it. When you practice it, you create bonds that last a lifetime. Because at the end of the day, loyalty is a commitment not just in the big moments, but in every ordinary day in between. And that commitment, sustained over time, is what makes relationships unbreakable. There's a quiet strength that loyalty brings when someone stands by your side. Not just when things are easy, but especially when life's storms rage and the world seems to turn against you. True loyalty reveals itself most powerfully in the hardest moments, when everything feels uncertain and hope is fragile. It's easy to stay when the skies are clear and the path is smooth. But those who are loyal don't disappear when the rain falls. They stand firm, offering shelter and strength when you need it most. Think about the times you've been broken, lost, or overwhelmed. Those moments when you felt small against the weight of the world. Who was there who didn't turn away, didn't judge, and didn't offer empty promises? Who showed up with arms wide open, ready to catch you when you stumbled? That's loyalty in its purest form. The kind of loyalty that doesn't just watch from the sidelines, but steps into the fire with you. There's something deeply emotional about having someone by your side during the dark times. It's a lifeline, a reminder that you're not alone. When loyalty holds firm in hardship, it whispers a message to your soul. I see your pain. I feel your struggle. I'm here. Those words, even unspoken, can carry the power to heal wounds you didn't know could mend. They give you courage to keep moving forward when giving up seems easier. Loyalty in hardship isn't about grand gestures or dramatic rescues. Often it's the simple things. The phone call when you're silent, the presence without pressure, the willingness to listen even when there are no easy answers. It's the hands that hold yours in the hospital room, the shoulders you cry on when your heart is breaking, the voice that says, I'm not going anywhere, when everything else feels unstable. This steadfastness creates a sanctuary where vulnerability is met with acceptance, not rejection. It builds a foundation of trust that can weather any storm because it is tested and proven in the hardest moments. When someone stays loyal through your pain and struggles, they are telling you without words that your worth isn't dependent on your strength or success. Their loyalty is unconditional, rooted in love, respect, and commitment to the person you are, even when you feel like you're at your lowest. The absence of this kind of loyalty can deepen wounds and intensify feelings of isolation. When people turn away during hardship, it feels like a betrayal, a confirmation of fears that you're not enough or not worth the effort. That kind of abandonment leaves scars that take time to heal and can make it difficult to trust again. That's why the loyalty that remains unshaken through difficulty is so precious. It restores hope and rebuilds faith in human connection. There's also an incredible emotional strength in choosing loyalty during hardship. It requires patience, empathy, and sometimes sacrifice. The loyal person must be willing to carry the weight of your pain alongside their own. They must resist frustration and judgment, offering grace instead. That kind of loyalty is not given lightly. It's earned through genuine care and a deep understanding of the value of being present when it matters most. This loyalty doesn't mean you won't face challenges or disagreements. Sometimes hardship brings tension and stress that test relationships to their limits. But loyalty means choosing the relationship above the moment's difficulty. It means fighting for the bond even when it's hard, even when emotions run high, because you know the connection is worth the effort. When you experience this kind of loyalty, it changes you. It restores your faith in yourself and in others. It gives you the strength to face tomorrow, knowing someone has your back no matter what. It teaches you about resilience, not just your own, but the resilience of relationships that survive through the storms. So as you think about your own life, ask yourself, who has stood by you when you were falling? Who didn't abandon you when things got tough? And are you willing to be that kind of loyal person for others? Because loyalty is a gift and a responsibility. It's about being a steady presence through the highs and lows, the victories and the defeats. Remember, loyalty that shines brightest in hardship is a rare and beautiful thing. It's a beacon of hope in dark times, a reminder that no matter how heavy the burden, you don't have to carry it alone. And when you give and receive this loyalty, you build bonds that are unbreakable, founded on love, trust, and unwavering support. In the end, it's this kind of loyalty, steady, enduring, and unconditional, that sustains us all. When loyalty is real, it's reflected in the way someone stands with you, not just in the bright moments, but especially when you're falling, failing, or facing your darkest battles. It's easy to stand beside someone when life is smiling on them, when success is abundant and the road ahead looks clear. But the true test of loyalty is revealed in adversity, in those moments when the weight of the world threatens to crush your spirit, and the temptation to turn away is strongest. There's a unique kind of pain that comes from being abandoned when you need support the most. It's a hollow feeling, a deep loneliness that cuts to the core. When the people you thought would hold you up let go instead, it shakes your faith in connection and in yourself. It whispers lies that you are alone, unworthy, or too much to handle. But loyal people, the ones who truly care, don't walk away when the going gets tough. They stay, they fight, they hold space for you in your mess, your struggle, and your imperfect moments. Think about the relationships in your life. Who has stayed even when you were not your best? Who stood firm despite your mistakes, your anger, your silence? That kind of loyalty doesn't come from convenience or obligation. It comes from love and commitment so deep it refuses to be shaken by circumstances. It's the people who remind you of your worth when you can't see it yourself, who believe in you when you're drowning in doubt. There's an emotional depth to this loyalty that transcends surface-level friendship or casual companionship. It's a profound connection forged in fire, tested, challenged, and made unbreakable by the storms you weather together. Those who are loyal in hardship see beyond your pain and flaws. They see your potential, your heart, and your humanity. They choose to stand with you, not because you're perfect, but because you're worth it. This kind of loyalty requires courage and strength. It means showing up when it's uncomfortable, when it's inconvenient, when it might even hurt you. It means listening without judgment and offering support without strings. It means sometimes putting your own needs aside to be the pillar someone else needs. That's not easy. It's a sacrifice. But it's also one of the most beautiful expressions of love a person can give. For the one receiving this loyalty, it's a gift that can heal wounds words cannot reach. It's a light in the darkness that guides you back to hope and confidence. It gives you the courage to face another day, knowing you're not alone. That knowledge, that unwavering presence, can be the difference between giving up and rising again. But loyalty in hardship isn't just about staying. It's about growing together through the pain. It's about honesty, forgiveness, and patience. It means being willing to work through misunderstandings and hurt feelings, to rebuild trust when it's been shaken. It means choosing to believe in the relationship's strength, rather than letting fear and frustration tear it apart. When you've experienced loyalty like this, it changes you. It teaches you the true meaning of commitment and the power of human connection. It inspires you to be that loyal person for others, to be the one who doesn't walk away but instead stays to fight, to listen, and to love without condition. So, as you reflect on your own life, ask yourself, who has stood with you in your hardest moments? Who didn't abandon you when you were broken? And are you willing to be that kind of loyal person in return? Because loyalty is a two-way street, and it flourishes when both hearts are willing to endure the storms together. Remember, the loyalty that stays in hardship is rare and precious. It's a testament to the strength of love and the resilience of the human spirit. It's the kind of loyalty that transforms pain into growth, struggle into strength, and isolation into belonging. Hold on to those who are loyal in your darkest hours. Cherish them like the treasures they are, and be that loyal soul for others. Because in the end, loyalty that endures hardship is what builds unbreakable bonds and makes life's challenges bearable. In this truth lies a powerful promise. No matter what storms you face, with loyalty like this beside you, you will never have to face them alone.